What if you were born in Chennai and your entire destiny was sealed the moment you took your first breath in a humid hospital ward? Your ancestral caste literally decides if you sleep in an air-conditioned mega mansion or on a dusty pavement outside a crowded temple. A sudden global economic crisis can turn a millionaire factory owner into an absolute beggar overnight, while a poor metal scrap worker saves the day with street smarts. Traditional arranged marriage rules are still so strict here that bringing home handmade metal gifts from a lower caste family can instantly destroy a perfect modern romance. Will breaking the ancient caste barriers actually bring you lifelong happiness? How do you survive as a struggling university student when basic rent costs more than your parents make in an entire year? What happens when a wealthy heiress loses her powerful family empire in a single day? And how much does a proper traditional Indian wedding really cost in modern times? You will find out the answers to all of these crazy situations in just a few minutes. Welcome to Chennai. This massive, blistering hot southern metropolis spans across 426 square kilometers along the Bay of Bengal coastline and is home to over 11 million people. The local economy runs on the Indian rupee, and we will be tracking exactly how much life costs as we go. This is our brand new series where we live a full lifetime from birth to death in various cities across India, exploring different castes and social statuses. Today we play as two specific characters with average lives within their respective social classes right here in this coastal city. Meet our two heroes, Sahil and Ritika. Sahil represents the lower end of the harsh economic spectrum. He is born into the Sikligar caste, which is an increasingly impoverished branch of traditional metal artisans. His hardworking father sits on the sweltering, noisy streets, manually crafting padlocks and filing duplicate keys out of dirty, rusted car scrap. His mother spends her exhausting days scraping up and recycling melted wax candle stubs at massive local Hindu temples. Then we have Ritika. She lives at the very top of the food chain. She belongs to the wealthy, elite Arora caste. Her father owns a massive, highly profitable enterprise, manufacturing heavy steel cargo containers for international seaports. And her ambitious mother is the proud owner of a national music recording label and a vast network of premium recording studios. Sahil spends his early years dodging traffic in the narrow, chaotic alleys of North Chennai. His family lives in a single, cramped, unpainted concrete room with absolutely zero privacy, no running water, and a shared outdoor bathroom. Because of their caste and extreme poverty, his parents hold a very low status, completely ignored by the upper classes driving past them. Sahil's childhood is raw, incredibly noisy, and focused purely on basic daily survival. Ritika, meanwhile, grows up like absolute royalty in the ultra-expensive boat club neighborhood. Her massive, gated family house features central climate control, a private swimming pool, and a fleet of domestic helpers catering to her every single whim. Her parents are elite VIPs in the city. Her childhood is deeply sheltered, filled with imported electronics, and totally isolated from the harsh, dusty realities of the local streets. At age 4, both kids start their education, but in totally different universes. The school system here starts very early. Chennai is exceptionally famous across India for its intense pressure cooker academic competition. Sahil goes to a cramped, underfunded government school where teachers rarely show up, and the classroom roof actively leaks during the heavy monsoon rains. After school, instead of playing video games or resting, he immediately helps his dad sort heavy, sharp, dangerous metal scraps on the sidewalk. Ritika attends an elite, heavily guarded international private school. Her afternoons are perfectly scheduled and packed with premium tennis sections, private elite math tutors, and expensive horseback riding lessons. She spends her weekends wandering ultra-luxury air-conditioned shopping malls. Sahil's only entertainment is playing makeshift street cricket with a taped-up tennis ball on a dusty side road. Do you think this extreme educational divide makes it totally impossible for lower castes to ever catch up in life? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. To get into college here, you must pass brutal, mind-bending national entrance exams. Engineering and technical degrees are the absolute holy grails in Chennai. Getting a state-funded budget seat is insanely hard, mostly reserved for the top 1% of scorers, though there are some quotas for lower castes to help them out. They both stay in their hometown because Chennai boasts some of the absolute best technical institutes in the entire country. Here is where their paths violently and unexpectedly collide. Ritika gets involved in a massive, highly embarrassing cheating scandal at her elite university and gets publicly expelled. As a fierce punishment, her furious billionaire father forces her into a strict, closed-door, private re-education course strictly focused on metallurgy over in the polluted industrial zone. The cost of this private course is a staggering 300,000 rupees a year. Sahil could never dream of affording to study there, but he desperately wants to learn. So he takes a brutal, low-paying job cleaning those exact lecture halls just to survive. While sweeping the floors in the back of the room, he secretly and quietly listens to every single complex metallurgy lecture. Student economy is tough. Rent near the campus for a basic, tiny room is 10,000 rupees a month, and daily street food costs another 5,000 rupees. Sahil barely survives by eating one cheap meal a day, while Ritika drives her imported sports car back and forth from her mansion. How would you handle trying to study secretly like this while working a cleaning job? Let me know! Finding that crucial first job takes months of stressful, sweaty interviews. Normal starting salaries for fresh technical graduates are pretty low, around 25,000 rupees a month. You are completely expected to work harsh, agonizing 9-to-9 shifts 6 days a week just to prove your worth to the company. Suddenly, a massive global logistical crisis completely destroys the seaport shipping industry. Global cargo demand crashes to zero. Ritika's father goes instantly bankrupt and she devastatingly loses the family factory. Her luxurious life is totally ruined. But Sahil brilliantly steps up. Using the advanced metalworking knowledge he learned while secretly sweeping the floors, combined with his poor father's incredible scrap metal resourcefulness, he helps Ritika execute a genius plan. They take her father's massive, unsellable stockpile of dead stock cargo containers and completely retrofit them into budget-friendly, highly effective acoustic sound booths for her mother's recording studios. It is a massive financial success. Buying a basic apartment in Chennai outright costs a minimum of 10 million rupees, which is insane, and rent for a nice place is around 30,000 rupees. They decide to rent an apartment together as business partners and lovers. Their joint income goes heavily into rent, spicy South Indian groceries, heavy city traffic transport, and aggressive business expansion, leaving very little for luxury splurges. Traditionally, strict Indian parents completely control marriages, obsessively matching caste, astrological horoscopes, and family wealth. Usually, couples meet through formal family introductions. The opposite sex looks heavily at financial stability, family background, and fair skin tones before ever looking at personality. There are significantly more men than women in the country due to historical cultural preferences for having baby boys, making the dating market fiercely brutal and highly competitive for young guys. Showing public affection is heavily frowned upon here. You must keep your relationship totally private. But Sahil and Ritika bypass all these rules by falling in love while saving the factory. But wait, here comes the ultimate heartbreak. On their third year of living together, the romance violently and permanently collapses. Ritika's wealthy, status-obsessed mother visits their shared apartment. Sahil's father had proudly handcrafted them a set of beautiful, highly intricate padlocks as a safety gift for their home. Ritika's mother looks at them in absolute disgust, calls them dirty, oil-smelling car scrap, and throws them right into the garbage bin. Sahil is deeply humiliated, his pride shattered. The cultural gap is just too massive to fix. They break up forever. Normally, arranged marriages happen around age 26 for women and 29 for men. An average middle-class wedding here costs an insane, bank-breaking 1,500,000 rupees. If they did have kids, women legally get 26 weeks weeks of paid maternity leave, but husbands get absolutely 0 days off. Most modern families aim for 2 children, raising them in high-rise apartments bought through heavy 30-year bank mortgages. What do you think about Ritika's mother interfering and destroying their relationship over a handmade gift? Was it justified from her elite status point of view? Drop your opinion in the comments. Retirement generally kicks in around 60 years of age. Unless you worked a steady government or corporate job for decades, the state pension is shockingly terrible. The government pays a miserable 1,000 rupees up to maybe 3,000 rupees a month for the lower classes. You literally cannot buy enough food to survive on this. Old age in Chennai completely relies on your living children. Indian tradition strictly dictates that sons must take their aging parents into their own homes and provide food and shelter for them until the very end. Sahil eventually takes over a small metal workshop, marries within his caste, and lives a quiet, humble old age surrounded by his noisy grandchildren. Ritika bounces back from the heartbreak, formally marries a rich Arora businessman chosen by her mother, and retires peacefully in a heavily guarded coastal villa, sipping fresh coconut water. Which destiny would you rather live? Would you choose the raw, resilient struggle of Sahil, fighting from the bottom to turn dirty scrap into pure gold? Or the wealthy, dramatic, high-pressure, heavily controlled life of Ritika,